Hello guys, so welcome to the Weight Loss Doctor YouTube channel once again. In this channel, we normally talk about daily tips on weight loss, fitness, nutrition and so on. In this particular video, we shall talk about keto diet. And yes, this is the video you should listen from starting to the end if you're planning to go for ketosis, because you will get lots of valuable inputs which you won't get anywhere in the internet or in the YouTube videos. So stay tuned till the end. Now, what's a keto diet? We have heard about keto diet several times. Those people who are normally talking about diet, weight loss, fitness, they're all about ketosis. Keto is on, and people normally think it's a fad diet which started over a few years. But trust me, it has been there for ages. We are using it from 1920 for the pediatric epilepsy, and from 1990s till now we are using ketosis, and there has been lots of researches on this, and it is actually very much useful to lose weight. What happens actually, the total diet is being broken down, the carb part is minimized. By minimized I mean below 5%. You get normal protein amount with that, and fat is on the higher side. By that I mean 65 to 70%. In the initial part, protein is a bit on the higher side, but later we go to most of the fat part of the diet. But believe me, this fat is not going to harm you. That's the beauty of this diet. So what are the problems with the keto diet? This is the only question everybody asks me from time to time. So stay tuned with this channel. Now, the problem with the keto diet is the very low amount of carbs going in and the very high fat going in your diet. People tend to think this is a different kind of diet, man. Here carbs are so low, I can't get any energy for that, and I am getting so many fat inside me. Can't that fat very much harmful for me? It has so much saturated fats in it, and the proteins are not enough. And even the problem with that is people think that glucose is not getting in. So can I exercise? Can I go for fitness? So these are the questions to be answered in another video of mine. I'll be soon giving it to you. But right now we are talking about what are the indications and contraindications. I mean, where you should do keto diet and where you should refrain from keto diet. Keep watching this. We shall be talking about where you can't do keto diet. You can think about those, and after that you can just cluster the other all conditions. You can go for keto diet. So here we start. So where we can't go to ketosis, there are absolute and relative contraindications. By that we mean there are some places you can't go for ketosis at all, and there are some places you can try ketosis but be on the safer side. It's better not to try if there are other options. So what are the absolute ones? Number one, a few genetic disorders, some inborn errors of metabolism like Carnitine deficiency, porphyrias, CPT, acyl dehydrogenase, and there are lots of these things which are actually fancy names. I'm giving the mention of all those names here. If you have got any of these diseases or these conditions in you, it's better to avoid ketosis. Just forget about that, it's not for you. But if you are not suffering from those, still there are a few contraindications. We are coming to those one by one. They are relative, but they are extremely common. But if you have them, just don't go for ketosis. You should consult your doctor or the physician before diving into that. So what are those? We are coming into one by one. So the first one is the problem with the liver, gallbladder and pancreas. By that we mean your liver secretes bile, gallbladder stores them, and pancreas has lots of other issues with digestion and other metabolism. Even liver has got huge role in your metabolism. It's actually the metabolic capital of your body. So if you have got any problems with those, I mean if you have got cirrhosis of liver, viral hepatitis or history of viral hepatitis or other any liver diseases, it's better to avoid it. Number two, gallbladder. If you have any gallbladder stone or any empyema or any other difficulties where you need to operate on the gallbladders, or if you have the gallbladders operated for you, it's better to avoid ketosis. And again, the pancreas, it's even severe. Pancreatitis is a very bad disease and it's notorious for recurring again and again. So if you have got pancreatitis, any history of it, or if you have even any family history of pancreas or liver or gallbladder disease, it's better to avoid ketosis. Because if you are not even suffering from these things, but you have got a history or family history of this, there is a chance of recurrence due to ketosis, and it's better to avoid keto diet at all if you have got this symptom. Now the kidney. If you have got any history of kidney stones or renal failure, or even if you have any hereditary renal failure or CRF history, I mean chronic renal failure in your first degree relatives, it's better to avoid ketosis. The reason behind that is your keto diet causes lots of excretion of water and electrolytes, and if your kidney is not healthy enough to cope up with that, it's better to avoid that. Because if you have not got a healthy kidney by any means, if your creatinine level is high, if your urea is high, and if you have any history of suffering from all those diseases I have told about, it's better to avoid ketosis so as not to precipitate any adverse reactions during the course of ketosis. Now coming to the gastric part, the GI part, if you have any history of gastroesophageal reflux disease, gastritis or peptic ulcer, or even if you have got any constipation symptoms over more than normal, so it's better to avoid ketosis. Even if you have a history of gastric surgery or any gastroduodenal bypass surgery, then your GI tract is compromised, and that's not good for ketosis. It's better to avoid keto diet in those conditions. Now electrolyte imbalance and poor nutritional status, these go hand in hand, because if you are not good nutritionally, if you are a malnourished person, or if you have poor nutritional status but still have got a pot belly, that's still bad. And if you have problems with electrolytes, by that I mean sodium, potassium, even water, these are very sensitive issues in keto diet. Keto diet normally excretes lots of sodium, potassium and water, so you have to take more amount of water, almost 1.5 times of the normal value. Even that you have to take sodium, potassium extra. We advocate Himalayan pink salts or any other supplements where you can give a bit of extra potassium or sodium. So that's indicated. So if you have already poor nutritional status and you have messed up with your electrolyte, it's better to avoid ketosis to avoid a serious complication. Please keep that in mind. And last but not the least is the mental problem. By that I mean, if you are suffering from carb craving, by that I mean go for diet for the whole day, and at night you just open the fridge and just pour yourself over that fridge and get all those cakes, chocolates, sugars and waters, and that completely damages your keto diet. And it's best to avoid it and go for standard low carb diet, because if you can't control your mind, it's better to avoid ketosis, because it's all about all or none law. Either you are in ketosis or you aren't. There can't be a 50-50 kind of ketosis. So if you aren't in stable mind, if you are suffering from depression, if you are suffering from anxiety, if you are suffering from an unstable control over yourself, it's better to avoid ketosis so as to avoid future complications where you can't continue with ketosis and you will be in worst state of mind after that. Now those are all about absolute and relative contraindications of keto diet. But if you don't have all this, and you were suffering from huge belly fat, you were suffering from metabolic syndrome, you were suffering from gaining of weight very quickly and not able to lose weight with other kind of diets, keto diet actually is going to help you. And please remember, keto diet is a very legible diet. It's nowadays very common, and nowadays lots of researches are going on, and even people are continuing it for a long time. So don't be afraid. We have another video on the myths associated with keto diets and how to bust them. Several points will be discussed one by one. Check my video for that. I'll be giving the link right below. So that's all for today. But if you try ketosis and if you need any help, that's all for today guys. In this Weight Loss Doctor channel, we normally will be talking all about the nutrition, diet, weight loss and fitness tips. And you can give any inputs from your side so that we can make even better videos. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give the like, and please subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to ring the bell so that whenever I release a new video, you will be the one first to get it. So good night for you.